bloodied sword stands up to speak. Proclaims,
"No refuge for the meek!"
Cites as witness history, where reason never held the sway, nor conscience ever won the day.
"You mortals make me laugh!"
He sneered.
"Your God with us has been a creed that's kept me dripping with this gore since time began. So know the score, you pacifist, image of Christ, thou shalt not kill. Ha! But still must fight for the right not to kill or be killed. Lucifer demands the crown, yet cannot claim it on his own. He needs my help and strong-armed men to cast his dark cloak o'er the throne. So how can you, my gentle knight, defend your king, the Prince of Light, if you won't take me up and fight for the right not to kill or be killed? You must persist to exist. Resist to exist. You pacifist, scion of peace.
A gun for her, staccato voice shouts, Satan's not the only choice. For horsemen clamor at my gate. Bereft of love, they offer hate as bounty for my deadly might, to rescue from man that God-given right, mortality, brief span of life decreed by fate and roll of die, but our time's ended in 8th rose by death's cold glance, that ashen mask which oversees my thankless task. Then, nodding to the sword, he smiles. My colleague here and I will hire our services to you. With fire and steel at your command, men will embrace your gentle plan. So compromise and truce be done. We offer peace upon demand. What was invited? Misinformed lies. The Seer replied, to change a river's course and hide all trace of former spring and need. Terror himself would never seek a course steered from Oceana's reach. strain of madness summoned these foul visions to assault my sense. What cast of diabolic spell raised these denizens of hell? I'd run as lions flee from truth. Were I not held, transfixed by this serpent's eye of sorcery? Wise man, thou seems a gentle wraith. How may I exorcise this curse? Mortal, seek within thyself a fleeting, stunning state of grace.
Whose whispered oaths and keys are these? I'll sing his lay, moan his name, harrow his wake, with ringing peals of sharpened steel, a clashing, so weeping, slashing, gashing, razored, crimson swathe I'll trace to stop his blood. I'll render, hurt, hack his head, lame his leg, chop his cheek, clip his spit, spill corpuscles o'er his knees. Watch where wit runs as he bleeds. Wise acre, cease this Sibyl's dirge, or swift as Atropode, my edge will cut your thread.
Play statue sword, gunman says, or else in one depleting flash thy shadow shape will be recast to match this formless scheme thou hatch. I'll rend thy tempered spine cut less. Should you but plant a single kiss upon this sayer's hoary lips, such Delphic discourse should be blessed. This oracle may profit us.
As Circe favored Ulysses, no banquets at the trough I seek. First, dub me blunt. I'll take that smear as yours archaic kingstick did.
To Edward's prick, a rude sword now, dull blade of mercy, Curtana, who shamed his kind right royally, dispensing naught but clemency, and gracing none, except majesty. Wait, he starts another speech.
Gun, I will embrace thy point. 'Tis loathsome that we two confront. For now, I'll spare this wizard's neck. Thus, to deserve thy patronage.
Sword, I laud thy classic shift. A well-placed pen to partnership. You eye my sights, I'll guide your tilt. Meantime, we can question this philosopher who vies with us. Ho! Orator! What spew thou to treaty with our awesome power? Mankind's tribal plot with Mephisto's rank Globen mark. Sage, what role exists for us within thy world of inner peace? No part for thy savagery light will sound no more. Of coins dropped for the needy poor. Thy bells have rung their final change. Thy parsonage will be the grave. Bastards! Betrayed before birth! Bloody violent! Blasted from board! Beware bitterness! Bias belittles. Ban! Battles! Bet. Alls. Betray! Brothers! Precious! And your bandits! Bankers! Barricades! Rely bombast. Dazzle bedfellows. Behead Banter! Can you, clown, envisage moon as Yahweh's boon? Before Canidia, sorceress, drew her down to such distress.
An age when moonbeams pulsed with life? That story's taller than my wife! Jester's rhyming riddle to ripe!
I placed that orb. Part of my act. I tossed so high, could not fall back.
Juggler of balls! Enough of it! To bandy words would bring more profit. I scorched the sphere, whacked breathing fire. I'll singe the fool who calls me liar.
Emolate thy lips more like. Hey, Jester! Who's yon baleful tyke? Come, join us with thy fretful frown. Thou needs no mask to play sad clown.
briefly at my door. By right, in costume, was I born. Elemental garb, Tellurian form, befitted me to join this entourage. Yet, still I wait. By increments of pleasure, increasing without measure, accoutrements of treasure could be mine. Yet, still, I bide my time. Does this cavalcade need another clown?
The outraged weapons cry. 'Tis I.
Contoured voice replies.
Propaganda machine. Vendor of dreams. 'Tis I reject your worthless schemes. This profit choice twixt death and hell, with death the prize will never sell. But clutched within my cliche guile, with innuendo as a bride, a cause can consummate mankind, seducing countless open minds. Consider that, non-combatant, unclench thy bold, reluctant fists. Defend thou with my wordy grist. Man, bend men's wills. Present your case. No campaign is too great to us. Once bugles blare in every camp, I orchestrate cacophony. Discordant chords form symphonies. Overture composed by me, soloist supplied by thee. By unconfirmed reports, I hide pure simple truth or myriad lies. My agent, prophet, raconteur, narrator, priest, provocateur, loquacious tongues shall spread thy word for country, God, for good or ill. Depends whose fingers on the till. So, peacemonger, be advised strive to quell the cannon's hungry roar and still the reaper's death-hued sword. Thou, sage, what think you of my plan to marry peace and common man?
Whilst possible. Jester enters with his team. They laugh amid this nightmare scene.
My bulldogs bent below belief. visionary, armed only with the letter B. Bought off the bully weaponry with badinage and a buffoonery. Bites of boring dictionary taken twixt the A and C have quite entranced this murderous team.
Methinks this hellish spelling bee looms to weave a spell or three. Such warped cretonne of dark design will not twist me into its yarn. 'Tis curtains to be so entwined.
This morbid choir chants not for me, a wise man's fool I'd rather be, as Wolsey's Patch, or Begonet, a wallet to Elizabeth.
If women's ears thou wouldst first chafe with comedy that stings of truth, 'tis best to know of a witchery. Enlist the aid of alchemy. This least of all thy craft will need to save thy rump from butchery. There was a time Hecate was not so trained. Before burnt to the core, full colored she sailed, deploying thrice the orb now displayed, untroubled, till spore of distant clime reduced her charm.